Yeah. Oh yeah, girl. We'll talk about that too.
Just waiting for Instagram.
All right, sweet. Yeah, we got some real good fights for February, dude. We'll talk about that too. We'll obviously preview that card. I think we're live, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see. Let's see.
Yeah, we should be live.
Nice. Nice. Danny Palm says we're live, so we are indeed live. Look at that. Would you just we have the air horn back. We have the studio back. We have Brad back. This is a good time to be alive. We have Brad with his American Bulldog hoodie too. Show that baby off. That's a good old time. That's a good old time right there. Evan DeRusi in the house in spirit. Dude, we got some meat bucks to discuss. This is crazy. This
difficult card.
You came in, you were 10 minutes early this time.
Mm-hmm.
Good job. Real proud of you. And then all we did was talk about who we're going to vote for, because right now,
still don't know.
I still don't think we know who we're voting for.
No.
So we do have a few votes from the staff, obviously. The fan votes have also been tallied. Christian Swanson says, sup, what's up, dude? Sean Curtis, Special Olympics athlete from Massachusetts. I think I remember you on a past one, Sean Curtis. What's up? Thanks for joining us again. Christian, what's up, dude? Nice to hear from you. Brad, what's new in your land? How did the store survive the holidays, first of all?
I'm so glad they're over. They were wonderful, like they always are for us, as far as being prosperous and serving all the wonderful people in Pittsburgh. My crew really stepped up this year like they always do. I feel like I got the best crew in the Burgh. The guys would stay. I mean, I worked like 70 hours a week since Thanksgiving through Christmas. Rough. I mean, the guys would be there. I'd be there from 5 a.m. till 10 p.m. and not sit down for a second.
Dude,
and that's super rough. They'd be there with me.
Yeah,
you know?
Nice.
And
it's a good feeling, though, to know that your team is in the fire with you for sure. It's all about it.
Great feeling. It felt like we were playing the Super Bowl. You know,
yeah, seriously,
we're at war or something.
Yeah,
it's not to.
Yeah,
you know.
I know what you're saying.
It's crazy, but it feels so good to be through it. And on the other side, I can get back to my training. Let me tell you about that. Oh, you know, going through all that work, you know, you're missing training, getting there 1 day a week, 2 days a week if I'm lucky. Then I hurt my back stacking so many boxes of meat.
Yeah.
So I had to miss some time for that. And boy, I'm sore today.
Yeah, dude, I bet.
Let me tell you.
Because I have a strong feeling that Indio and your training partners do not take it easy on you because you've been out for a little while.
No. And with the new gym, everybody's so pumped to train that everybody's on top of their game.
The new gym's been open for a little while now. How's it settling in and everything? Is it
really good?
On point now?
Really good.
Nice.
He switched the schedule up. We have 2 days a week now where we're going no gi. It's exciting for everybody. The first night for no gi, we had 50 people there.
Nice.
It was awesome. He couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
He stopped doing it because only 4 people would show up on no gi
wow.
nights, you know?
Wow.
And everybody wasn't it. But now there's a lot of interest back in the no gi.
Kind of re-energized everybody. Yep. That's awesome. We also have Carrick Wrestling in the chat. That's awesome. He says, a great card. Another great card coming on the 1st. I already know. You are very correct. February 1st, there is a great card coming to Sunny Days Arena, who's also in the chat. This is a crazy. Who could possibly be running the Sunny Days Arena Instagram, Danny Palm? Who could it be? It's not Danny Palm. It's not me. It's nobody. It's like the Wizard of Oz at Sunny Days Arena. It's the man behind the curtain. You don't get to know who it is. But yeah, February 1st is finally the grand opening of Sunny Days Arena, and what a ride that's been getting there.
We're all so excited to see what you guys got going on there.
I can't wait for you to see it.
I feel like you're now in what I just got out of.
Yeah, honestly, that's how we're in our Super Bowl right now for sure.
Everybody's going to show up on fight night and be like, wow, this is nice. They're not going to know anything that went into putting this together. I'm sure you guys are losing your minds.
We'll have some stories to tell once it's all said and done and actually running and everything. Easily the busiest we've ever been. I've ever been. I'll speak for myself. Easily the busiest I've ever been.
I can imagine.
And things that you don't even think about are popping up. And it's like, oh man, yeah, I guess I should probably consider that. It's just like running a show. We already talked about running a show is difficult enough. Now with opening a new venue and having a show on the same day, it's like, why we always, Danny Palm, why do we do this? every time we do it, we make our lives hard. It's like, oh, let's do Sprawl and Brawl on the same day. That's a great idea.
And every time we're
Never
like,
again.
never again.
Yeah, dude. We
and
literally
then we do it again.
and then we do it again.
Then you find a better way to.
Yeah, and every time we want to die, and then when it's over, it's like, okay, yeah, that was kind of cool, actually.
That's
yeah.
how I feel about Christmas. Seriously.
Yeah, it makes sense. Do you have numbers for how much prime rib you went through?
I do, but I forget them.
It's tons.
It was record setting this year.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Nice, dude.
Yeah.
Prime rib. What's the next best selling thing?
Filet.
Oh,
Prime
yeah,
filet,
that
for
makes
sure.
sense. Prime filet.
Yeah.
Ooh.
We had our biggest month ever.
Yeah.
Like,
I can imagine.
We're coming in close on my goal, but
nice.
You know, I'm
not there yet.
Not quite there yet. But
2025, baby.
Every year it's going up and up and up.
Let's go. The legend Jared Billy in the chat as well saying, "What's up,
What's
Brad?"
up, Jared?
He said he was trying to say hi to you at the show. I'm trying to like read this and think at the same time. Something big would happen and I'd lose track of you. Hope to finally meet you at Sunny Days Arena.
Yes.
Nice. Yeah, there you go.
I hope to as well, Jared.
Meet him there, brah. Meet him there. There's going to be plenty of time. Jared Billy already secured his tickets. I know that for sure. So that's awesome.
Or if you want to meet me, just stop in Strip District Meat.
There's also that way.
There all the time.
Go get yourself a good steak. So
yep.
I haven't even texted you about this or anything, but I'm coming to the store on Saturday, actually.
Nice.
My birthday's tomorrow.
Happy birthday.
Thanks, dude. I'm treating myself to a great steak. I'm going to go home and make my own birthday meal. Yeah.
I'll be there to take care of you.
Nice. Let's go. I think my parents will be there too, and Nicole and everybody.
Nice.
Yeah. So
nice.
We're all going to be buying stuff. I'm excited. I know I'm getting old whenever I get hyped to like make my own birthday meal. Like, let me go buy my own steak and make it. Go to Woolies and get some crab legs and scallops to go with it.
Well, what's anybody going to get you that you can't get for yourself?
Exactly.
Yeah.
I know.
So spoil yourself on your birthday and enjoy
That's the move. That's the move. So I'll see you Saturday, dude, for show. And we got, So February 1st is kind of all we can think about, but we need to backtrack now. We need to go to December 21st. Brawl in the Burgh 25. Here's the thing. Usually Brad and I will like shoot the shit for an hour before we even announce the winner, but there's a Penn State game tonight, and I know so many people are not going to miss kickoff at 7:30. So we're going to announce the winner before 7:30, ladies and gentlemen.
Let's go.
So we're going to hop into this thing. So as we were saying, this card, bananas. The finishes were bananas specifically.
Yeah, we talked before the show. I think there was 3 fights left to decision. And every other fight is a contender for meat box.
Correct. Yeah, not just finishes, but really good, impressive finishes for sure. Like the graphic we made had Tarek, Ethan Goss, who else was on it? Landefeld and Malcolm Harris. And like any one of them totally could get it.
Right?
Easily. Yeah.
I'm still kind of undecided.
But
I you helped me.
Yeah, I was going to say, let's talk about that.
Let's talk about that.
Because I was going to say the 4 pictured there, I did feel were like the 4 leading contenders, but it was really hard for me to not put Brian Mitchell in that graphic. But then I remembered something very important. This is disappointing. I'm sorry, stout friends and teammates of Brian Mitchell's and his coaches and everybody hyped about Brian Mitchell, but the young man missed weight and therefore disqualified from meat bugs consideration.
That was coming into this, I was going to vote for Brian Mitchell. I'm not going to lie. And but I mean, I was kind of on the fence.
You were torn between
because there's so many good.
Oh yeah.
But I thought Mitchell, showed a lot of poise, a lot of patience. His hands looked amazing. Every time he struck that guy, his legs buckled, and at the end there when he finished him off, the patience and the precision,
insane.
For a second fight
ever. And hilariously, the first fight he ever threw a punch in, I think.
Right.
Because he took Saeed Zayn down immediately and choked him out.
And I'll never forget what he said in the ring after, too. He's like, I'll fight again tonight. So I really wanted to give him the meat box. And
yeah, man, that felt like the night to do it twice, too. At the trampoline park, everything was kind of goofy. That was the night to have 2 fights in one night. For sure.
He should have went and grappled Jeff Bach, or was his name?
Jeff Mock. Yeah.
I don't think he could have fared out very well.
No, I think he would have done a little less good in that one. But but Brian's on his way, man. A crazy impressive start to his career. I mean, 2 first-round finishes, 1 emphatic submission, 1 emphatic knockout.
Yeah.
Just make weight next time and for sure. Yeah.
Very dangerous, that guy.
And that, I think, M-Dog, Britt Bickert's girlfriend in the comments on Instagram had the comment of the card, I would say, with Brian Mitchell. She said because he found out he had hands at the same time everyone else did.
I saw that comment.
Yeah, and Brian was like, "Yeah, I jump scared myself with that. Like I didn't know I could do that."
And I find that
awesome.
hard
Yeah,
to believe.
Yeah, same.
I'm pretty sure he knew he had that.
I would think so. But what makes that win really impressive in my book too is Josiah LeDuc is very good and defeated Brian Mitchell in jiu-jitsu competition a few times, I think, at least once for sure, but I think he did it more than once. So Brian knew this was a guy who beat him in competition before, and you know that mental edge can matter for sure. And Josiah comes from a very good school, Gracie Barr, Beaver County, and Brian just lit him up, man. A punch can change everything in this game with them little gloves.
And immediately, what did LeDuc try to do?
He shot.
Immediately shot, like so fast that like he didn't even get the. It was like he didn't even touch gloves almost.
Yeah.
And I think he knew where the fight was going. He wasn't going to let it happen. Got him back on the feet, and
yeah, big win. But unfortunately, Brian, we had to DQ you for the scale, brother. I know.
I even wrote my notes. I even wrote my notes. It took him 1:45.
Minute 45, nice. So 3 times. Well, yeah, 3 times and some change longer than his first
amateur finishes are so impressive.
They're crazy.
Like
they're getting so much better too.
How do you finish somebody in 2 minutes?
It's wild like that. I mean,
that's impressive in a jiu-jitsu match. Like if you're grappling, like,
for
get a sub in 2 minutes. It's hard.
That's insane to do. Yeah. Now you introduce all these other elements. So yeah, insane.
Leveling up all over the place. Your amateurs are finishing all their fights.
This card probably the best example. I think we talked about it internally before this card even happened. We said this is the best amateur card we've ever built in terms of the amateurs on the card. I mean, you know, normally we'll have 3 or 4 pro fights and 8 or 9 AMI fights. This one was only 1 pro fight. The rest were all AMI. And we like, if you just eliminate the pro fight and look at the AMI card, easily the best AMI card.
But I'll tell you this. Not just because I didn't know.
Yeah.
But when you look at the bout sheet, I was looking at it, I'm like, every fight under this line here, I'm not excited about because I didn't know who the people were.
Oh, yeah, nice. There were a lot of like newcomers and stuff.
Wow, the newcomers showed up.
Yeah, dude.
I'm so impressed with like just the level
I know
where it's going.
Crazy. Like there's I mean, Evan Furlong, we'll jump into him. He's a guy that easily looks advanced amateur to me. And as we say on the podcast a good bit, like years ago, that's pro level. Like you see pros that fight at that level.
Yeah.
Furlong is on his way for sure.
He got a great fighter stance. Like he comes out, he's striking amazing, but then guy broke his nose. What'd he do? Immediately, you saw him get mad. Slammed him down and just took over.
Yeah. Insane, dude. Insane performance by Furlong.
Great grappling. And he lost to
Jack Leto. Yeah. And that, like we were saying, highlights how good Jack Leto is, but also how far Evan came from that first one. He looked like a totally different guy, too.
Very, very good fighter, Evan Furlong.
Been a very long time since I saw the Leto Furlong fight, but did Furlong snag an armbar at the very end of a round in that, and it got broken up by the end of the round? I don't know. If any Furlong enthusiasts are watching, let me know if that happened, because I seem to remember that happening. But like I said, I've seen a lot of fights and had a lot of stress in the meantime.
So if we go back a little bit to the guy who reminds me of Evan Furlong, that Riyad Kapoor, Tyler Fleming fight,
the opening fight of the night.
How did he not tap to that triangle?
Dude, I don't know.
And then his arm bar was
belly
like,
down arm bar.
I thought his arm was going to snap.
Yeah. Fleming, he could have easily tapped it like 3 different times in that round.
I couldn't believe it.
Insane heart.
Was that a finish? Did he end up finishing?
No, it was a decision. Yeah, that was one of the only decisions on the card. Opened up with it. Yeah, dude. Crazy.
So that Riyad Kapoor was from the same place as Artis Smith.
Yep, that's his teammate. That gym, dude.
Very impressive gym, man. Very good gym.
Yeah, we've been since they started working with us back in, I think maybe June or September was their first card that they had fighters on, either Brawl 22 or 23. And ever since then, they've had fighters on all of our cards, and I hope it stays that way because they're freaking awesome. They have one in February as well, so the streak continues February 1st, and any chance to get them out here, we're taking because they're amazing to work with.
I'm gonna have to start following them on Instagram or something
for sure. So they're like the MMA affiliate gym of 10th Planet Bethlehem. Ooh. So it's the same gym, realistically. Yeah. So anybody from 10th Planet Bethlehem is like affiliated with finishers as well to a degree. Cool. Yeah. So definitely strong contender, Evan Furlong. So we'll jump.
Everybody's a strong
contender. I know. I don't know if I want to spoil like the fan vote yet because this was easily the most fan votes that we've ever had for Meat Bucks. And it was spread across Instagram and Facebook almost 50-50, which is rare. As we like Instagram dominates for us always. But Facebook, man, lit up for this one. Like 130, 140, I think we're up to votes on Facebook. Instagram was around like 180 or something like that last time I looked. So over 300 total votes, guys. So thank you for coming out and voting for your fighter. And my theory of why there's so many votes is exactly what we're saying, because so many people have a case to win it.
Right.
Some cards, there's like somebody you just know they won. You know what I mean? And I feel like people don't care as much whenever it's just obvious somebody's going to win.
And let's be honest, MMA in Pittsburgh's just huge now. You know,
it's getting bigger.
People are listening. People
it's getting bigger. It is getting bigger, dude. So yeah, that's really cool to see all these votes. So I'm going to break down the fan votes real quick. Get this winner out of the way because this is crazy. Evan Furlong and Tarek Smith tied.
Are you serious?
They each have 62 votes.
Oh, what do we do here?
Here's what we do here. It doesn't matter.
Give them each one?
Because Malcolm Harris had 87. So
let's go.
Malcolm Harris with the very late push, by the way. He must have like sent a group text or something happened because everybody started voting for Malcolm at the same time.
Maybe he just deserves it.
Dude, I mean, he's strongly in the rest. So let's talk about Malcolm Harris wins the fan vote. So for people who are first-time meat buckers, I have a vote. Danny Palm has a vote. Brad has a vote. Our matchmakers have a vote. And Ryan Middleton also has a vote. So it's a cumulative. So Malcolm wins the fan vote doesn't necessarily mean he wins the meat bucks yet.
Right.
We could also vote for Malcolm. I don't know yet. I'm just saying. One vote for Malcolm in the books.
Was his first fight while I was in Italy?
Yeah, it was.
I think it
the
was
doubleheader day.
That kiss fight.
Yep.
See, I didn't pay enough attention to that, and I wanted to rewatch because once I saw this fight, man. Malcolm Harris is on a different level, man. That kid.
He was very impressive in his debut too. You should definitely
That's what I heard. I heard that debut fight was incredible.
The dude he fought, Cam Jenkins, is incredibly skilled.
Yes,
like, he really good amateur fighter.
He went and won a big fight.
Tore a dude up right after that. Yeah, Cam's very good. Malcolm put it on him, dude. Pretty much all phases of the game.
He moves different. He's so strong,
crazy
and
strong,
fast.
dude. Also worth noting on the Malcolm Harris fight, he won by first round submission. If you guys didn't see it, it was they called it a Von Flue with the call, but it was more of like a neck crank Von Flue hybrid thing. I think he invented a submission, to be honest.
Guillotine.
Yeah, it was like a
From where I was, it looked like some kind of guillotine.
Yeah, it was like of the mounted guillotine, like a Chris Dempsey style neck crank that you see.
How about Malcolm chimes in and tells us what he did there?
yeah. If you're watching Malcolm, what was that? I'm pretty sure he invented like a submission there. It's pretty sick. Choked Kyle out cold. But what I wanted to note on that, they took that fight, both of them agreed on 3 days notice, which is insane. And the only reason it could even happen was that they had both recently fought for us. So all their medicals and everything were already cleared. That was within like the 6-month window of blood work and everything. But if one of them had needed blood work, there wouldn't have even been time to get it done.
Right.
That's how short notice it was. So that's why the fight was at 170. Both of them are really 155ers. So there is like an element of me that wants to say it's even more impressive that Malcolm did it up a weight class, but Kyle's also up a weight class.
They basically just
evened out. Yeah. Right. It was just them at their walk around weight instead of cutting weight. Yeah. But Malcolm, even at 170, shredded, dude. You don't like.
Yeah, how do you get
just
to
walk around that shredded?
Just rip your muscle off? Eat your muscle?
So he said he could make 45 after his debut. He was talking about going to 45.
I'm pretty sure he could do anything watching that guy compete out there.
I believe it now. Yeah, dude. Malcolm Harris, definitely the stock going to the moon for that dude. Now 2-0. I know he's really excited to eventually get advanced AMI rules, which obviously he only needs one more fight to do that. But keep an eye out for him, dude. Like in terms of a future title contender, he has the makings, I would say.
I agree. He just moves so fast and strong.
Athlete.
Whew. Very impressive fighter.
Yeah.
And then the fight after that,
bro.
Tarek Smith.
Dude, come on.
Versus undefeated Zach Mickey, who won meat bucks on the last one.
Still hasn't redeemed his meat bucks, by the way.
Yeah, I know. His sister almost beat me up at the fight. He was going out to fight, and I was like, hey, tell your brother to come get his meat. And she's like, what? What?
Just said it like that. Tell your brother to come get his meat.
And then I was like, oh, I better calm down. He's like, her brother's in the ring right now. She's on. And then I was like, hey, I was just saying he won the meat box. I'm going to give him some free meat. She was like, oh, I'm supposed to give me a kiss.
Come get his meat. Dude, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Tell your brother to come get his meat. That's pretty
She should probably get in the ring for you guys.
Dude, it sounds like it. Yeah. Yeah, let's get Sister Drzmicki in there. We'll run it. We'll find an opponent.
Zach's a really cool guy. Really cool kid. He jumped across the stage and come and gave me a hug.
Ah, nice.
He's
dude.
a good
That's
dude.
awesome. Zach handled the loss extremely well. I was definitely, you never know. Like, we always go back and talk to fighters, win or lose, afterwards, and you never know what kind of mood they're going to be in. Sometimes dudes are completely devastated, and he was certainly sad, but he was handling it in a very positive way in terms, like already talking about just growing from it and getting a lot better. Yeah, so bro,
you learn more
Tarek
from the losses,
man.
man. You learn more from the losses.
For sure. Tarek's in the chat now, so that perfect timing as we're talking about your fight, brother. So,
very impressed with Tarek.
Yeah,
very, very, very impressed with Tarek.
Takes a low blow early, from what I remember in the fight. It's been a while since I saw it live and then rewatched the show once right after.
I rewatched it with my son. He's like, "Oh, he hit him right in the."
Yeah, sure did too.
He
you know,
definitely punched him right there.
There's those
not on purpose.
No. There's those low blows though, where you can tell the dude's just kind of milking it for time. Yeah, I don't think that one was pretty legit.
Dead on.
Yep, right on.
And we all know Drzmicki got some power.
Got them hands.
He can throw.
So Tarek, this is a fun, like, semi behind the scenesy type thing. But Tarek, all right, long story short, took the low blow, they reset, they clinch. Tarek gets him to the ground, takes his back, rear naked choke. Pretty quick, pretty methodical in terms of once Tarek had his back, it was a wrap real fast. After he won, Tarek was like losing his mind. He was so hyped, so happy. And we have like the raw camera footage, so you can't hear it on the pay-per-view. But we have the footage of him like freaking out into the camera, and Tarek posted it on his Instagram. So if you guys want to see that and hear that, go to, I think it's, I can just scroll up. Tarek.Smith. That's TARIK.Smith.
Tarek, you're about to get blown up.
Go watch that Instagram video because it's real fun.
I'm gonna
watch
real
fun. Yeah. Yeah. It's cool to just see those like little behind the scenesy type things and see how stoked he was for that win. And it was a huge win.
You know, what's funny is I am gonna watch it, but I was right there for it.
Yeah, you probably also heard it.
I
right
did.
Then.
Right there.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna watch it anyway.
So Tarek, easily another meat bucks contender tonight. As we said, if you're just tuning in, Malcolm Harris did win the fan vote combined with Instagram and Facebook votes. And I see Tarek tied for second.
Drew Landfield, the next fight, he was 3-3 coming in. Was he on a 3-fight win streak?
Landefeld, I think, was only on a 1-fight win streak.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah, Logan Fink beat him for us. Was that Burgh 17, I want to say.
Drew's a
I don't know, dude.
Drew is a tough dude.
Oh, it's so tough.
Like
insane. The lunatic.
The lunatic for a reason. Yeah, for a reason.
Max is a great fighter.
Those low calf kicks were money for Max, dude. Yeah. That was a good strategy.
Great striker. Sure. He's a great striker.
Very smooth.
And Drew's a great eater. He can take some strikes. So.
That is like for sure the, what do I want to say? Like this stereotype of Drew for sure, being a dude that just like takes a lot of shots and eats. He's very tough. And he is. But I was impressed with how sound defensively and offensively on his feet. He looked way more technical than usual.
Every time he gets
slipping shots,
bro, the slips. Yeah,
every time he gets in the ring, he levels up.
That's what I'm saying.
He's definitely training. I mean, every time he gets in the ring, I'm impressed.
Yeah, it was a clear level up there, dude. For sure, a big level up for Drew Landefeld. So that was awesome. But yeah, Max was eating up his leg, something fierce. But Lunatic don't care about that. Another submission, a mounted guillotine, I believe, off the top of my head. Pretty sure.
Yeah.
That it was nasty. There's a picture. Man, I think Paula took it. I'm trying to remember which one of our photographers took the picture, but there is a picture of Drew finishing that fight right before Max taps, dude, and it's nasty. He had his neck all jacked up. That was that was gross.
That was like Tarek's. I'm pretty sure he had him flattened out on the ground.
Yeah,
and he was deep.
He was in on that
he
thing.
Was so deep. And he was pulling.
Oh. Yeah, some brutal submissions on this card for sure. It was
that was a tapper nap for sure.
Yeah, 100%. So we did actually have a nap too.
We did.
Kyle. Yeah, that was insane.
Like, let's get Malcolm Harris to chime in and tell us what he napped.
I know
him with.
where you at, bro. I want to hear. He has so many votes. I assumed he would be watching, but I don't see him in any chat yet. So we'll have to wait for the official explanation of that submission. But also Malcolm Harris, it would not surprise me if he was like a John Jones type that just makes stuff up on the fly.
Right.
And he's just like, I don't know, just grabbed his neck. And
Yeah, he can just get it done.
Yeah. It worked, didn't it?
Because he's definitely got freakish strength.
Yeah.
Like if he just grabbed my
the
neck.
The slam right before it was like, bro, yeah, true. The slam before the tap was insane too. It almost landed on his head. Like it was almost
2 big slams.
Yeah.
Big slam.
Big slam. Yeah. Malcolm's different, dude. So we had Malcolm straight into Tarek's impressive submission, straight into Drew Landefeld's impressive submission, and then
great fight.
A huge matchup, lightweight matchup that we already said before the fight would be a lightweight title eliminator matchup between George Stravinsky and Chase Boyd. So winner gets a title shot. And Chase Boyd got that decision. Very impressed with him in his 155 debut, by the way.
Yeah, he's 155. Man.
Crazy.
He's a little guy, but boy, is he dangerous. He's such an impressive grappler. Black belt.
Yes. New black belt, but clearly showed it off.
Oh, he's highly skilled for sure.
So he's fought all the way up at 85, and I'm not sure if he's ever gone like a 90 catch weight or anything.
I thought I remembered him being 85, heavier than 155.
Yeah, he's slowly worked his way down.
I was like, I wasn't sure he was gonna make it, and then I saw him. I was like, wow, dude.
Yeah, he pulled it off. Here's a fun fact, Brad. I think this fight happened before you were like involved with 247. Chase beat Brogan Andres as an Ami for us, choked him out.
Wow.
First or second round, I don't remember, but
I'd like to see him go back at it.
Good fight. Dude, run it back at pro. Yeah, Brogan's got like 8 pro fights now, dude.
Brogan's
crazy.
Nice, man. I love watching that guy.
I like Brogan a lot.
Reminds me of like Drew Landefeld. Or Drew Landefeld reminds me of him in a way.
See that?
Just like
I can see the comparison.
Dude, he can weather
good
the
everywhere,
storm, and he's gonna get you at the end.
Yeah. That's a good comp. I like that. You got your boy Gazda 94 in here. Happy New Year, boys.
Nico.
Happy New Year, dog. Always nice seeing familiar
Merry
faces.
Christmas to him too.
Yeah.
You know, he just had his Christmas.
Oh, nice. There you go. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Was it Greek Orthodox?
Yeah,
nice.
Ukrainian or Orthodox, whatever.
Got you. That's cool. So Chase, big decision win, gets a title fight. We could announce that title fight, but should we announce that title fight?
I mean, you should
do it.
I mean, it's fully signed. We like to give little podcast exclusives. Brad, do you know it?
Yeah, absolutely.
I was going to say you have to know it, right?
I knew the night he called him out.
So Chase Boyd, ladies and gentlemen, on March 15th. So as we've said repeatedly leading up, our next show is February 1st, grand opening, Sunny Days Arena at the venue. Not on that card, but on the very next one, March 15th. Chase Boyd title fight versus Clayton Hoot Lee. And Hoot Lee coming off a long layoff, a tough year, and by all accounts, back to training and looking better than ever. That's a scary thought.
Seen him every day since that fight.
Yeah, I mean, there's been like a year since his last fight, so some people may have forgotten, but the people who are training with him certainly have not forgotten.
He's a different breed.
And what a sick matchup, dude. Come on. Chase versus...
It's going to be a banger. It's going
That's
to be a banger.
That's truly a fight where I could see either guy winning any way. Like, there's literally no result in that fight that will surprise me. Zero result. Like,
I'd be
anywhere.
surprised if Chase Boyd took him down and submitted him.
Yeah.
I'd be surprised.
Yeah. That one would surprise you.
I would.
Okay. I love it. I mean, that's great.
Just because it's like taking down a freaking backhoe. I don't know how you get him down.
That's Somerset County water, man.
But if anybody
Bone
could do
density.
it, I guess Chase.
He's
a heck of a grappler.
Dude, Chase is a heck of a grappler. Really good tosses, good judo too, like underrated judo, I think. But that's also India's background foundation. So I'm sure Hoot will be ready for that.
Yep.
But in terms of a lightweight AMI title fight we could make, pretty much as hype as it gets. We're crazy excited about that one.
That's pretty much as good as it gets.
Yeah, truly. Tickets will be on sale very soon for that one, ladies and gentlemen. Tickets are on sale for February 1st, 247fighting.com. But yeah, marches will be live very, very soon. So there's that.
How many, like, can you hold way more people in Sunny Days than you can at, like,
so Monroeville's way bigger than Sunny Days, even
with upper decks and stuff.
Yeah, we probably like more than the Meadows though, for sure. Yeah, not way more, but more. Yeah, I would say like 1,300 to 1,400 max at Sunny Days Arena. But the upper, yeah, dude, when the balcony seats are rolling, I think the first show, people will still like do what they always do and like get the floor seats, but they're going to be in there and they're going to be seeing the balcony seats and be like, I'm getting those next time. You know, I think balcony seats are going to become the ones that go first for sure.
Because you can see everything. It's hard. Sometimes it's hard looking through the cage.
Exactly.
And, like, the posts.
Exactly. Yeah. If people have never seen like live MMA before and just going for the first time, your inclination is get as close to the cage as possible.
Right.
Where you really want to be is above. And I'm talking even at like a UFC event. Like those cage side seats are cool, but it's not the best view.
Yeah,
it's
if they get behind one of those posts, like you're kind of watching the TV.
Right. But when you're up top, nothing is going to obstruct you, which is awesome. We got Jai Jones in here, future 125er right here. Sweet dude, love it. Let's go.
Jai Jones. Why do I feel like I know that?
It sounds, I don't know. He may have commented before, but I don't know, dude. Can't keep track these days, but I do wish.
That's exciting to get a future 125er in here. I know those are tough matchups.
We need 125ers. The world needs them for sure. So we go on this Brawl in the Burgh 25 from Chase securing his title fight against somebody from India to somebody from India winning a title.
Yes.
Evan DeRusi versus Artis Smith. Crazy close fight.
I thought you matched a heck of a fight there. That was beautiful. Very impressed with Artis and his ability to be in the ring with Evan. I mean, Evan's a war machine. He's the American Bulldog for a reason, you know. He's nuts. But Artis had some good defense. He didn't go on the offense as much, is where I thought Evan deserved the win. You know, I thought he pressured him more the whole time. Artis took him down off the bat, but didn't really do anything with it. He might have taken him down one more time, didn't really do anything with it. I thought Evan's his clinch game was strong. I thought he was landing a lot more strikes. Artis landed a couple, but he won
for sure.
You know, he wasn't hitting him with any combos or anything. So I thought Evan definitely earned that title fight. Meat Bucks, though, Evan, I think you're gonna have to wait for another card, buddy. I think
he won them before anyway.
There's just way too many finishes on this fight.
Not even a title fight can get it done on this one. But yeah, man, I think was it a split decision or no?
No,
it was unanimous. Okay,
I think 29-28.
Okay, makes sense. Yeah, I think rewatching it, Artis won round one, and then Evan won the next two, in my opinion. Which again, I didn't watch super closely to score it, but it was one of those ones where, like, even if Artis won, I wouldn't have felt like it was a robbery or anything. Right. Like they both had their moments, like you said.
I wasn't 100% sure who was going to win it.
Yeah. Evan's pace, like you said, I think that was the difference. Also, his aggression, forward pressure, his intensity on fight week and leading up, like from weigh-in day to fight day, Evan's a different person than he is outside of that. He has a different mentality, a switch.
So funny story. Kenny Burrs couldn't make it. So Evan asked my buddy Andy, who I'm trying to get a sprawl fight for 10 years now.
We'll get that. March 29th.
He asked him to warm him up. And Andy's like, absolutely, man. I got you.
Oh, boy.
So he comes back to the seats and he's like, dude, I just got my ass kicked. He was punching me in the face. He's like, He wasn't even in his body, I don't think. He was just beating the crap out of him.
Oh my God.
I'm like, wait, what? He beat you up?
Dude, that's awesome.
That was pretty funny.
That's super fun. So
but we need to get Andy on that sprawl card, man.
Let this be an open invitation to grapplers listening. Andy Vaughn, 175, 180. I forget what weight.
That sounds about right.
Yeah, in that range. I think he's a purple belt, but
he's a purple belt.
He'll take a higher, I'm sure.
So he's a purple belt, but he's only been training for 1.5 years. That's why he's ineligible to compete for IBJJF. So
former pit wrestler.
Yes. That's why we need to get him a sprawl match. Yeah. He loves to compete. Just because he loves to compete.
Yeah,
it's hard for him to find competitions around.
Was he a quarterback at Central Catholic too?
He was.
That's
and
impressive.
I think his dad was a coach at Central Catholic.
Nice.
He was a 2-year starter at Pitt.
That's awesome. Insane.
He's coaching our wrestling program at India now.
I just saw that post today, dude. Yep. That's awesome. Congrats on that. Yeah.
He's done a lot of great things at the gym. We're real excited to have Andy, and
that's huge.
I'd love to see him get in your cage.
It's very likely to happen, is what I'll say about that.
Good deal.
So I think there's a chance that while we're talking about it, that old Evan DeRusi wants a sprawl matchup as well that same day.
Exciting.
Interesting.
Funny, I think we talked about this last night when Evan was beating my
Hey, it happens to the best of them. And yeah, Evan is the best of them now. He got the title. There you go. Prove it.
It was funny because colored belts were supposed to sit out because we had so many people there, like take a round off, let the white belts go. And Evan's like, Brad, you want to go? I was like, yeah. Like, I'm not going to pass up going with the champ.
Yeah.
And, we're rolling. And at one point, I kind of inverted on him and tried to hit him with an inverted triangle.
Nice.
And he had me up against the wall, and I fell off and got back to guard. And I was like, oh, I tried to get you with that inverted triangle, like making a joke. And guess what? He got me with the inverted triangle.
Yes.
I was like, you're a jerk.
Love it, dude. So let us break from meat, but we should probably stay with it. All right.
There's one more fight.
We have. I'm just going to say this: if you guys are jumping to the Penn State game, there is another. So kickoff's actually 7:45. Ryan said, not 7:30. So we got a little more time than I thought. There is another announcement on this podcast that I'm going to make while we still have your attention, and that is this: 247 awards for 2024.
I was going to ask about that.
Are live right now. If you go to 247fighting.com. There is a button at the top of the page. It says vote now for the awards, and they are live. You can go vote. You're going to have a week's worth of counting votes to do. Oh, yeah. Well, all the meat buck votes you get. Dude, thank God. The awards votes are digital. It's a Google form. They'll do the counting for you. Yeah, they'll do the counting for you on this one. Thank goodness. But the awards, you guys will see posts coming out over the next week. We have Pro of the Year, AMI of the Year, Submission of the Year, Knockout of the Year, Fight of the Year, Gym of the Year, Coaches of the Year, all kinds of the categories you know and love. And these, your votes definitely matter for these. In the previous awards show that we've had, the fan votes have 100% won or lost guys the awards. So go out and vote for your favorite teammate, or just vote based on what you actually think was the best knockout. Do what you want to do. But go vote. 247fighting.com, button at the top to vote. We'll take you right to the Google form. Fill that thing out and submit your votes. But yeah, we'll be pushing that real hard. But I wanted to announce, a lot of people have been asking, and they are live now. And what made me think of it was DeRusi with an inverted triangle. He did that to Dan Walters back at Brawl in the Burgh 20. So that is a Submission of the Year nominee. Love it. Evan is also an AMI of the Year nominee. So if you are here for the DeRusi content, go vote for your boy right now. Make it official. So I know we're trying to rush, but I feel bad because there's one gym that we're like shunning right now, and that is Gorilla House. We haven't talked about anything from them, and they're so impressive. They're the only ones. I know. And I know. We didn't talk about Justin Wicker either. Ooh, okay. We'll get to Wicker for sure, but Gorilla House on theme, because they had two fighters on this card, and they both won pretty spectacularly. Tyler Dybert against Brent Mack. I was impressed by Brent Mack. I thought Dybert was going to destroy him. Yeah, it's rare, which he did, but kind of eventually. But for a debut guy to get in there with Tyler Dybert and throw the way he was throwing and standing there the way that's That is
ballsy.
exactly the point that I would have wanted to make. Was you don't see a debut take on a impressive 2-0, not just 2-0, but like impressive 2-0.
He should be advanced Ammy. I feel like Tyler Dibert.
Yeah.
He's ready.
He is now, thankfully. So after that one, he will be. But the crazy thing for Dibert, again, another Amateur of the Year nominee, by the way, in the voting. He's 3-0 now, all in this year. He had all 3 fights this year, all 3 fights for us. He went decision, submission, knockout.
Nice.
Hit the trifecta
Let's
in the
go.
3 too. So very impressive year for him. Strong case for Ammy of the Year with Tyler Dibert. And strong case for Meatbucks with that knockout, to be honest with you. Crazy good one. But I would say most would agree he got outshined by his own teammate on that card.
I agree.
Ethan Goss in the main event. What do you think about that one, Brad?
You know, I heard Chris Rollins had the champ status as well, but like I didn't really know it until I rewatched and heard it again. Like, that's impressive. Champ versus champ.
Yeah.
Ethan coming back from injury, hasn't been in the ring in a while.
14-month layoff.
Dominated.
Insane. Yeah. Up a weight class, like, and kind of like the Malcolm Kyle Geisinger thing. Rollins also fights at 45 and 55, so he's like on the smaller side of 55 as well. But Ethan
was that a mounted guillotine?
It was a Darce.
Darce,
up against the cage. Nasty.
Nasty.
But Ethan for sure is a 45er. Like he just kind of fights at lightweight. The reason why he's our lightweight champ is simply because the opponent we had for his featherweight title defense missed weight. And we had to kind of just say, what about 55?
Are you serious?
Yeah, dude, that's what happened.
Wait, so you had a fight lined up, he missed weight, and you called the other champ up, and he took a fight?
No. I'm sorry. Not on this card. The reason why, so Ethan was defending his lightweight title here, but the reason he had it in the first place was the Solo Hatley fight.
Yes.
That was supposed to be at 45, and Solo like let us know ahead of time, like, there's no way I'm making weight. 0% chance. It wasn't like the day of or anything, but he was like, there's no way. So we talked about, we're like, 55, like just run it at 55, and Ethan was down in ones, and now he's the 55 champ as well. So that's how that happened. But now coming off the layoff and everything, 55 worked better for both of these guys. And Ethan first round, I don't think, you have to check Tapology, Danny Palm, for me, fact check me, but I don't think Rollins ever lost in the first round. I think
20 fights.
Yeah, 20 pro fight, including like a crazy amount of boxing
20 fights
to
lose in the first round.
Insane. Yeah. So it was, and I feel like I heard Rollins say that maybe in MMA. I'm not sure. You can fact check that.
That is really impressive for a pro fight to end that fast.
It is. It's crazy.
They usually really test each other out for a while.
Yeah, for sure. And there really wasn't even that. Like they were scrapping before that.
Right.
They got straight into it.
They didn't even look at each other.
I know.
They didn't tap gloves.
Yeah, that was the first time pro or amateur Rollins lost first round.
Dude. Oof. And how many Ami fights did he have?
9.
So he's like a 40 fight vet pretty much.
He had 9 Ami fights.
If you include his boxing. Like that's insane. Maybe 50. I think he said he's had like 50 fights actually, including boxing. Well, crazy, dude.
When's Chase Boyd gonna go pro?
I don't.
Is he gonna go pro?
I mean, he's fighting.
He's got 10 Ami fights.
Yeah, he's fighting Hoot Lee first. I don't. I don't know.
Holy cow!
I don't know. After that, we'll see.
I have the card right in front of me.
Yeah. But Ethan, obviously, first round Darce, man, they clinched. Ethan hit a nice little hip toss and up against the cage, just shot that Darce, snagged it, game over.
That was a nice hip toss.
It was super nice. Super nice, dude. Ethan told us leading up that he felt better than he had before the layoff coming into that fight. He's like, I'm telling you, like, I'm better than I've ever been. So he wasn't lying.
Why do they call this liquid death?
Water. Hashtag marketing. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. It's just water in a can. I got the grapefruit variety of it, so it's not bad. It's not bad. They also make a sparkling water and a few other flavors, but
I'm not into sparkling water. So great.
What's up, y'all? Corey Luca in the chat. What's up, y'all? What up, dude? How are you?
Should we vote?
We should probably vote. So yes, Ethan, first round, Darce, did not win the fan vote, but has an extremely strong case for taking home the meat bucks nonetheless. So we need to get to our votes.
Where's Gorilla? Was that by Penn State?
Altoona. Yeah.
Wonder who they're rooting for tonight.
It's tough to say. Lead it off, Danny Palm. Give us the vote.
All right. Well, I'm going to start with my second place vote goes to Malcolm.
Ooh.
I mean, crazy finish. Like he's an insane fighter. But my winner for the Meat Bucks, my vote goes to Ethan. I just think just the culmination of the first round finish, being off for 14 months and coming in and kind of doing that to Rollins, like I think he deserves it.
Dang. Okay. Nice. That is super impressive. I can't disagree, Danny Palm. And we talk about it on previous Meat Bucks episodes, so we kind of have to say it, right? You got to at least acknowledge it. Doing it at pro means a little more than doing it at advanced AMI, which means a little bit more than doing it at novice AMI. A finish is a little more impressive at the pro level, and especially at the pro title fight level. So yeah, that's working in Ethan's favor.
Yeah, and I'm kind of always the guy that goes towards the amateurs, you know.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
If it's a pro, it's got to be like super definitive,
yes,
right?
Yes, for sure. So J Hart 412 in the comments just asked who won the Meat Bucks. I'm late. Yeah, we're voting right now, brother. Malcolm Harris won the fan vote. Excuse me, man. Liquid Death tearing me up. Ethan Goss won Danny Palm's vote. So we're getting to the rest of the voting. It is currently 1-1 between Malcolm and Ethan.
Quick shout out, JM Mags, my buddy in the comments. What's up, brother?
Nice, dude. This is.
I want to give a quick shout out too to Ryan Middleton's son. Man, he's getting good at jiu-jitsu.
Nice.
He's a bad little boy.
Go. That makes me real happy.
Just yesterday, they had class, right? Yeah, I was coaching yesterday, and man, he's impressing me. He's a tough little sucker.
Insane.
He's gonna be special when he gets older.
Love that. Keep that up, Caden. Let's go.
And Caden and Bernardo are real good friends.
I know. So they're just gonna be
training
little
partners
savages.
For life.
Yeah.
Like, look out.
I love that. So we have our two matchmakers, Sean Miller and Jim Taylor, obviously not here in studio, but they did cast their votes ahead of time. So I'm going to reveal those for you. That's Sean right. Miller's vote goes to Ethan the Wolverine Goss. That makes 2 for Ethan.
Let's go.
Jim Taylor's vote goes to Tarek Smith.
Hey.
There's 1 on the board for Tarek. So we've got 1 for Tarek, 1 for Malcolm Harris, and 2 for Ethan Goss. I'm going to give you guys Ryan Middleton's vote. We're just going to go keep it rolling.
Keep it rolling.
Ryan Middleton voted for Malcolm Harris.
Hey.
That makes 2 for Malcolm, 2 for Ethan, 1 for Tarek.
Yikes. And I'm going to go next. No.
I have to. I have to because it's going to create the drama.
You love dramatizing me.
My vote is for Tarek Smith.
Hey.
We've got a 3-way tie with 2.
That's interesting. Am I the last vote?
You're the last vote.
Well, funny, I was going to vote for Brian Mitchell coming up. Like,
how great would that have been? A 3-way tie for first.
But seriously, it was a game time decision. But driving here, I'm like, dude, I'm just gonna do it. Mitchell, he deserves it. It was great precision, amateur. And then he got ineligible, so that made it easier because I really wanted to vote for Malcolm Harris. I really wanted to vote for Tarek Smith, but I think it's going to be this man's year. I think this is going to be like life-changing year for this man. I think
he's going for it.
He's going to have his baby. He's going to level up and make UFC. Ethan Goss, come get your meat bucks, buddy. You deserve it.
Oh, man, the champ.
I think as a pro, he showed taking down the champ. The way he did is almost as effortless as it could look for him. Coming back from injury, man, you deserve it,
dude.
Ethan.
That was the most heated Meat Bucks voting of all time. That's awesome. A 3-way tie heading to the final vote. Now, ladies and gentlemen, you see why we have an odd number of votes involved.
Yeah,
because that was awesome.
I think Malcolm Harris is going to win him in the future. I think Mitchell's going to win him in the future. I'm not saying Ethan's not going to win him in the future.
Yeah, he might not be around 247.
But I really think this is going to be Ethan's 2025 is Ethan's year, man.
Yeah, dude. That's huge. So the champ also gets the Meat Bucks. he's got a baby to feed coming up.
That's right.
Might as well start feeding that baby right.
That's when it starts.
Just get him a steak right out the womb.
That's when it starts.
That's probably how they do it there too. Ethan there in the backwoods of Huntington County.
Yep.
Probably straight up deer meat from birth.
Ethan's going to be a great dad.
I want to emphasize he is going to be a great dad. I don't mean to just gloss over that. That's it's good, valid comment that deserves its time. But I wanted to emphasize with like Tarek, Malcolm, Evan Furlong, Ryan Mitchell, if he made weight, there were genuinely so many dudes, Drew Landefeld on this card that, man, you guys all deserved it for real. Like, that was a really hard vote. I had a real tough. I thought the whole drive in about who I was going to take. I'm like, good.
I was thinking to myself earlier that, like, personally for me, this was the hardest vote that we've had.
Yeah. Yeah.
My dad,
I think it easily was. Yeah.
My dad texted me around the time when I checked the Instagram today. It was like noon or something. Who are you voting for? And I said, it's a game time decision, but I think it's going to be Brian Mitchell.
Nice. That's awesome.
But yeah, Ethan, man, I'm so happy for you, man. Coming back, getting that win, staying on top.
Yeah.
Now's your time, brother.
That's huge.
Go get it.
So shoot me a text, Ethan, and arrange some time to come back.
One more shout out.
Yeah. Hit it.
I want to shout out to Ty Polk and Lucas Siebert for doing a great job on commentating.
Nice. That was a good shout out. I like that.
I think they get overlooked. And that was at Lucas's first time.
Yeah, that was his debut. Commentary debut.
I thought he did a great job.
Yeah. I think we all so it's kind of funny. When we rewatch the fights, it's mostly for stuff like that. Production wise, like what did we miss? What can we do differently next time? What needs to be better? It's not really to rewatch the fights necessarily, oddly enough. But I thought the same thing, man. Lucas killed it. First time commentary. Ty, I don't mean to discredit Ty, but I know Ty's real good. Like that's what he does.
But they're a great team because like if Lucas got, amateur hour on him, like Ty would reel him back in.
Yes.
He did all the things that needed to be said.
Yeah. Just Ty quarterbacking and Lucas just
had all Lucas has the knowledge.
Yeah. He has the knowledge. He has the personality. He spoke extremely well.
And when Ethan Goss can't do it, he's a great fill-in, man.
Dude, even Ethan rewatching it texted us and said, dude, Lucas is killing it on the table. Like he did great. Because Ethan, he takes it very seriously, actually. Like people might be surprised at how much pride Ethan takes in his commentary, but he does. Like he works on it and cares about it, and it shows.
Yeah, it does.
It for sure shows when he does it. He's really good at it.
I think so.
So praise from him for Lucas. That's high praise for sure. Yeah, he deserved it. We just had a comment that said Tarek gets a title shot next fight, if I'm not mistaken, correct? And yes, I would love to set up a Tarek Smith title fight. The problem with that, of course, is finding an advanced amateur flyweight that's title worthy, preferably in the area or at least nearby. And that's that's tough to find. I thought we had a dude a day ago. I'll be honest. This is an exclusive. I had one that was right there, and I thought for sure it was going to work. And they took a different fight on a different day. They broke my heart. 247 title didn't mean enough.
Funny on my notes.
Unreal.
Brian Mitchell versus Josiah LeDuc. SDM sponsored this fight.
Hey,
that was gonna be like a tiebreaker
for
him. Like it's a sign he should win the meat bucks.
There you go. Well, you guys also sponsored the main event, as
we did.
So there you go.
So hey,
either way, you had. I see the bias now, bro. Dude. We need to run back previous one. Does he just pick whichever fighter won in the strip district meets?
Now that's a coincidence.
No, because you always sponsor the main event.
Yeah, so. And I was like, why am I not sponsoring Evan's fight?
Dude, that's awesome. Yeah,
I guess I'll take the main event.
So just not that it matters, not that anybody really cares, but part of your sponsorship package is the main event. After that, like the second fight, I do usually try to give it to like an Indio guy for you if it fits. But Evan being the fight right before the main event, I was like, it's weird back to back. Right. Yeah, you don't want to do that. So that's why that didn't happen. But yeah,
super proud of my Indio guy. He went out there and did what he had to do, like I knew he would. And I can't wait to see these guys get back in there.
You ready for a quick little fact I'm going to drop on you here, Brad? You're going to like this one.
I am.
Let me pull it up. Excuse me, so I don't get it wrong. All right, we're talking about 247 awards, right? Which, by the way, if you weren't in when we announced it, you can vote right now at 247fighting.com. There's a button right at the top that will take you to the Google form to vote on. Gym of the Year. Okay. Strong contenders here all the way around. We have Indio Dojo, Stout, Gorilla House, and Mat Factory listed as the contenders. India's record in 2024 with 247 fighting championships. What do you think their record was?
Undefeated.
You are correct. They were 8-0, and they won 2 AMI title fights. And not only 8-0, 3-0 pro.
I don't know what more we could do.
And they were 3 different pros also. Crazy year for India.
Pretty crazy.
However, Gorilla House was also undefeated. Mat Factory was also undefeated.
Mat Factory was too.
Yeah. And Stout had a 15-9 year. So clearly not undefeated at all, but 24 fights. Insane with us. That's just with 247, by the way, on these gyms. Like,
Yeah.
I don't count outside. Crazy. That's a crazy, like,
that's
run
awesome.
of undefeated gyms this
3
year.
gyms undefeated.
Yes. Insane.
But all deservingly so. Like Gorilla House, always in Mat Factory. They just.
It's a tough call this year. And the Academy actually had a really great year, too. They're up for coach and trainer of the year with Kama and Kirk. They had a really good year at pro and AMI level. It's nuts, dude. The Academy was 4-1 pro this year. Insane. Also nuts. Like, the scene is coming along is what I'm getting at with this. Like,
it is.
Like, previous year's voting was not like this.
Right.
It wasn't this kind of volume and like this amount of pro fights and everything.
You got 3 gyms that went undefeated. Like, they're all gonna be like, I should win.
I should win. Undefeated.
What more can we do?
yeah, exactly.
Be more undefeated.
Go vote for your gym. If you guys are out there, want to support the gym, do that. We have comeback of the year. Comeback of the year is always fun. New gym of the year is a fun little category. So, new gym of the year, these are not gyms that like started in 2024. They're just gyms that competed for us for the first time in 2024. So new 247 cage.
Finishers being that or no?
Since they're out of town, like they're on the east side of the state. This is like local awards. Yeah.
Okay. Who would be in the new gym of the year?
So new gym of the year, we had ATT Happy Valley. We had Gracie Barra Beaver County, Flood City Jiu-Jitsu, React, which was Evan Furlong's gym. And this one's funny to have in new gym of the year because they're like a staple of Pittsburgh. Southside Boxing Club.
Yeah.
It's fun. Like, they're not new at all, but new to us, you know?
So they have Southside Boxing Club.
JR Gonzalez.
Yes, JR Gonzalez.
Who is fighting February 1st.
Right. What's it? Is he an advanced AMI?
Yeah. Yeah, that's a title eliminator. So the winner of that gets the winner of Hoot versus Chase Boyd.
What's his record?
JR's 3-1. Be 4-1 with a win. He's fighting Will Moriarty from Stout.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Huge matchup. Winner gets a title shot. That's February 1st, too. While you're at 247fighting.com for the votes, you might as well just buy your tickets for that, too. Yeah, the grand opening of Sunny Days Arena is happening. That fight is happening. Justin Patton versus Elijah Harris in the main event, February 1st.
How do you not buy tickets to the grand opening of
the grand opening? The return of Gino Morelli also against Derek Agaday from Texas, from War Training Center. A pretty legit gym in Texas. If you know, you know. Real good gym. Dude, the card is legit stacked. Nico Petrides is back versus Russ Corbel. Come on, dude. Crazy pro card. Crazy. Carly Joe's back against a 7-0 insane prospect.
That's right in her wheelhouse.
Leilani Hodgins. Yeah. No.
She don't want to fight anybody who got a loss.
She's like one of the fighters who is like, give me the toughest test you can. Like, it's the opposite of how a lot of people think. Elijah Davis is back.
She wants to hand you your first loss.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah, 100%. She wants to be the
Justin
person
on
to
that card too?
Yeah, he's the main event.
Woo!
Elijah Harris from Shippensburg, Pennsylvania. Sick lineup of fight. We have a lot more.
That was Elijah Davis. I was
yeah. Well, Elijah. So he's also on the card. Yes. So stay excited with me. Elijah's fighting Jacob Katsev from Finishers MMA.
Ooh.
So Mat Factory versus Finishers. Love to see that. Renee Seuss is going to have
fighting.
Yeah, I know, dude. I'm trying. So. Yeah, I won't say why Malcolm isn't fighting, but there's a very legit reason. But Malcolm, we're still working on it. I said earlier in the podcast, and I meant it, there's a real path to a title fight for him, man. Like he has the makings, skill wise, just hype wise. Like there's something magnetic about him.
He's different.
Yeah, there's just
he stands out in a
when
crowd.
you got it, you got it, bro. And I think Malcolm Harris got it. So let's run this thing. Yeah, dude. It's February 1st, shaping up like crazy. You guys, if you're watching on Instagram, you can continue to follow us on Instagram for more fight announcements. We have one tomorrow coming out for February. We have one Monday coming out for February. And then hopefully we have a few more. But that card is, I think we've announced like 8 or 9. We have 10 or 11 fully signed right now. So the card realistically is done, but we can still add a few.
Dude, it's coming up.
Dude, I know. It's like 3 weeks away.
Holy cow.
I know. It's scary. Jeez. It's freaking crazy, man. I don't understand how it...
You got the food and everything figured out?
Yeah, we do. Rail yard, bro.
Let's go.
Did you know that?
No.
We didn't talk about that. Bro. You know rail yard, right, in Bridgeville?
I was wondering, absolutely. But I was wondering how you were going to... Like how...
We're not running the restaurant, thank God.
But I was thinking, how do you hire people to run it for one day out of the month?
Yeah.
So it's gonna be tough.
So Rail Yard, for those of you who don't know Rail Yard in Bridgeville, it's an awesome smokehouse / really good bar food / really great beer selection, which is why I would
they always show the UFC events.
Yeah, and support India. So how awesome is that?
They're right next door to our gym.
Now they are literally right next door. Yeah. So Rail Yard is going to be operating the food and beverage component of Sunny Days Arena at the venue. So if you know Rail Yard's quality and their work, you can expect more of that at the venue.
Very cool.
So yeah, full food, full bar. Get your alcohol, get your food.
Are they running the bar too?
Yeah.
Nice.
They know what they're doing.
That's exciting.
There's with this, like opening the venue, of course, at first we wanted to do everything.
Right. That's crazy.
You quickly learn, like, you know what you know, and the restaurant business is not what we know.
Nobody.
So. I'm gonna let somebody who knows what they're doing handle that part of it.
That's a business you want to stay out of if you don't know what you're doing. Trust me. There's not a lot of money to be made unless you're selling alcohol with your food.
It's super true, man. Jared Billy asked for a Meat Bucks exclusive, and I feel like I gave it, bro. Chase Boyd versus Hoot Lee for the title on March 15th. Come on, Jared Billy.
I think it's crazy that people call Hoot Lee out.
He did strongly too.
So did
and it
Cowboy
worked.
Eddie.
Yeah, and it worked.
Why are they calling this guy out? They're nuts.
I love it.
But they get the fight.
Yeah, they get the fight, and then the fans win. That's awesome. Everybody wins.
Now, Evan called somebody out too.
He did. Josh Visoki at pro. Visoki's a pro, though.
We gotta wait, I guess. But he's coming. He said he's coming for him.
I like it. They had some words on social media that always makes a fight a little more fun.
Right.
Evan's
not a talker, man.
He's not, but as intense as he is, that's a face-off I don't want to have to break up a fight with, please, dude.
Right.
We might need to call in some backup for that face-off. Yeah.
I think they'll wait till they get in there.
No, yeah, so do I. They're both super pro. I wouldn't actually be concerned, but it will be an intense face-off if they would fight. It would be super intense. It'd be a good one, no doubt. No doubt.
I wouldn't want to be in your shoes.
No.
If they do go at it.
No. Dude, the worst one ever was in Cincinnati. That Raiden and oh my God. What's his Cam Kinzig? Yeah.
Raiden was what, 7 foot tall?
Bro. He was shorter than the dude he was fighting.
Oh my.
Cam Kinzig is this like 6'8" monster from Immortal Martial Arts.
They made Hunter look like a child.
Dude, the picture is like comical. Dude, I'm 6'3". Like I'm not small. And it was like I was looking at the picture. I'm like, bro, what? I was literally looking at it like, wait, is that actually what I look like? That's crazy.
Did I see Bronco Busick might be on a card?
We're working on that. Okay. He's fighting in February for Made Men Promotions. So not for us, but yeah, we're already talking to him about the one after that. Cool. Trying to get Bronco back. Trying to get a lot of Indio peeps actually are in the mix for March, not just Hoot. So stay tuned on that. It could be a very Indio heavy card. I'm trying to pull this up for you before I lose it. Yeah. Yes. Dude, look at this.
You gonna put it live?
How crazy is that?
I mean, that's not that
dude.
Crazy.
Yeah, but if you take into account,
you look like a little kid.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. 6'3" comes up to like the bottom of their earlobes, dude.
But imagine if that was me standing there.
True. That would make me feel a lot
Danny
better.
Palm.
That would definitely make me feel a lot better.
I was doing live interviews that day.
Look at you looking up.
Like, dude, I'm not stopping you guys if you fight.
Hunter, you look ripped.
Dude, I was yoked back in Cincy. That's awesome, dude.
Was that around Fat Mactory time?
No,
Fat
actually,
Mactory.
because that was in September. Like Fat Mactory was like
Were you
December.
training
Yeah.
at Fat Mactory?
No, that was when we did our weight cut challenge. You remember that? Were you around during that? I think no, maybe not.
I may have heard a little bit.
There was in October. I remember it started at like the end of October, and we had a show in like December, mid-December, and I don't even remember why, but during our post-fight show, we basically laid down the challenge of like,
Because we were all fat.
yeah, well, we were all fat, as we still are all fat, but we were like, we're going to cut weight. I think a fighter missed weight, and we were like starting to talk trash on them, but then we were like, you know what? Let's try it ourselves. Let's see how hard this is. So it was like the end of October, and by December 15th, say, we like set a goal, and I was like 245 and went to 205.
Hunter was the only
I was the only one to actually do it. I was the only one who actually made weight. But yeah.
That's sad.
I remember the day of weigh-ins that day. Me and Ryan actually
Gained weight.
no, we went to Give and to Fly.
Yeah.
And got food there. But Hunter disappeared to the sauna.
Yeah, dude. I went to LA Fitness sauna
Nice.
for the last couple
We
pounds.
couldn't get
bro.
a hold of it. It was the funniest.
Bro, I mean, I took it
Professional,
seriously. I don't.
professional.
You say you're going to do it.
That's right.
I said it on air. I put it out there, and then I did it. I was 205 for like an hour.
So you dropped 40 pounds in a month.
Well, it was a little more. It was like end of October to mid-December, like 45 days. It was roughly a pound a day, I think, is what it came down to. Yeah, it's crazy.
So you
dude.
know what you're capable of.
I could do it. I did it. I did it. Yeah.
It wasn't a ghost though.
Yeah, dude. My lips, dude, my lips were so dry. I was
Imagine
like, oh, this
getting
feels
into
like
a cage
shit.
and having a fight.
It's exactly what I said. I
right?
think in the past, like,
I don't
dude,
understand why it happens the way it does.
yeah, just be healthy. Just like stay a little lighter in between your fights, guys. I don't know. I'm not a scientist.
You got to try to
but-
get the edge everywhere you can.
exactly. That's the thing. And
At what cost? Like you
Exactly.
hear like your chin goes away when you cut
it feels like
because your
That's
brain
true.
rehydrates.
exactly. And that seems right to me.
Yeah.
Like you watch guys who start cutting and they start getting knocked out, and it's like, oh, probably something there. Excuse me. But yeah. So for anybody who tuned in Meat Bucks and missed it, Ethan Goss is your winner. In the closest Meat Bucks voting of all time, there are 7 total votes. Ethan had 3. Malcolm Harris had 2. Tarek Smith had 2. Crazy. 3-2 to 2.
Crazy, yet not too crazy because
Ethan just keeps winning.
everybody could have tied for
Yeah,
that one.
truly. That's one. Oh, man. Maybe next year. You know what we need next year, Brad? We need like a mega buck, a mega meat buck, the best performance of the year.
Whoa.
Out of every card, out of everybody. What would this
Gets
year's
a Japanese Wagyu steak.
Oh, Danny Palm's like, yeah, son, yeah.
And then they got to film themselves on Instagram cooking it.
For
eating
sure. Yeah, a lot of these guys might ruin it. Actually, that's not the best idea.
it. Or they could take it to their coach and have
There
him
we
cook
go.
it. Take it to a black
Take it to
belt.
Danilo. Just take it to Danilo.
Or any black belt.
Yeah.
They'll know what they're doing.
Accurate. Very accurate.
Maybe Chase Boyd will know how to do it.
Could see that. Could definitely see that. Yeah, dude. Insane year all around. Congrats to quite literally everybody, not just on BitB25, but doing Meat Bucks all year, man. This was a really, really memorable one. And I swear I did not plan this to be an awards voting plug. I really did not, but it is, because the best way to remember everything that happened this year is go vote. And like when you see the nominees, it's going to remind you of some knockouts, some submissions, some fights that maybe you forgot about. And you're just like, wow, I totally forgot that happened this year. And it's crazy. It's like a little trip down memory lane.
You're going to get a lot of votes.
Oh, yeah.
Seems to be what's happening here. It's growing.
It's
growing, and everybody's invested in it, and everybody's doing a great job, and they all deserve the votes. So get out there and vote. I'm going to go vote tonight.
Nice.
Speaking of memory lane, this is our last podcast in this studio.
Oh,
so sad.
It is sad, but it's also not, because we're going to better places. So the new We're going to be moving this studio to Sunny Days Arena. The next time you guys see us in studio, it will be at Sunny Days Arena.
I don't think there's been one time me driving here where I didn't have a deer run across the street on me.
Happened for me.
Today it happened.
Yeah.
Little doe.
It's crazy.
Right outside the shop here.
It's so wild. Yeah, less deer in North Versailles, but a little farther drive for old Brad here, but we'll figure that out. We'll cross that bridge.
Maybe Hunter will pick me up in his helicopter.
I can do that. We could always do that. Yeah. Let's just
get through the Squirrel Hill tunnels.
Yes, exactly. But yeah, dude, I appreciate you hopping on. Obviously, I'm happy everything at the store went super well for the holidays.
Thank you.
Like you said, that's you guys' Super Bowl. So
yep,
I'll see you Saturday to keep those sales rolling for you.
Birthday bucks.
Yeah, birthday bucks, exactly. But yeah, man, is there anything else, any specials, anything at the store you feel like plugging specifically?
Oh, not really, not right now. We're just back to normal business. Everything's special at Strip District Meats, so
that's
come on in. And it's all, we don't really do sales, and because we just keep our prices as low as we can keep them. We don't try to pull wool over anybody's eyes. We sell meat. We don't sell garbage, you know.
Yeah.
Come get your wholesome food at a great price, you know, wholesale prices.
It's a great way to put it, and super true. I can attest. I've done the research, and the prices are amazing. The quality is even better. What should I get Saturday? What would be, because I like trying different stuff.
Something different that you haven't tried. I think you need to go for that Iberico pork.
I still have it in my fridge.
Since you like the pork steak so much.
Oh, is this like the pork steak on crack?
Oh yeah.
Might need that.
It's like Wagyu pork steak.
Dude. Sold. Yes. Talk me out of actually getting a Wagyu steak though. Like one of the
Japanese one.
Yeah. Should I? Is this the time? If not for your birthday, when? You know?
We'll have to talk about preparation.
Okay.
I have like a deal of the century down there, because one of my Asian customers, Mola, they sell the Japanese Wagyu. They buy the ribeye, but they take the cap off the ribeye and don't use it. They use the eye of the ribeye, and they portion that out into their little whatever they're doing. And he sold the caps back to me, and I'm like, yeah, I got a great price.
So you have
I'm selling the caps for $69.99 a pound, and that alone is the most sought after piece of meat in the industry.
Dude.
Like,
yeah, dude, I'm in. I'm getting that. And
I'm
just letting you know I'm getting.
They're not huge. Like, they're because I cut them down so they're not the whole cap. You know,
right? Why don't they want that? That's crazy to me.
They want their consistency. I mean, that Japanese stuff's so fatty, and like there's some
makes sense.
Different connective tissues in there, so they just take that out of the game.
Okay. So everything I've heard with that Japanese Wagyu is basically just super hot, super fast.
Yeah. And melt in your mouth.
I can handle that. I'll do it probably over a charcoal chimney, to be honest.
Nice.
Like a little forge. My dad's in the comments. He's like, caps it is. There you go.
Caps it is.
All right. I guess our decision's made. If you guys listening, you should all get down to Strip District Meats. Genuinely, I say this every time. Not just because Brad's sitting across from me. Not just because he supports 247, but because genuinely they have the best meat in Pittsburgh. It's the best butcher shop in Pittsburgh.
And we have never advertised in the history of our 74 years we've been around now. I don't know. No, 73, I guess. I'm going on 73.
Yeah,
until
that's crazy.
We met you guys. And I talked to my wife into allowing this, but I remember trying to talk to my father-in-law about just putting an ad in Pittsburgh Public Schools basketball program.
Yeah.
He's like, no, we don't advertise. People come here because they word of mouth. I'm like, come on, man. Like,
well, I'm glad we pulled you into the advertising space, but it's a great relationship.
It is.
You love the fights, first of all. Obviously, you train at India, so you have a lot of connections to the local scene also. And you always bring people that also love fights, which is awesome. It's like a family affair at your table. So can't wait for that February 1st.
Like I said, I appreciate hard work. I think that's the key to life. Like, just really grinding and working hard at something is how you perfect your craft. And I really haven't found it in any field where everybody works so hard.
Yeah.
Other than fighting.
Yeah.
Because like you don't have an option.
Right.
If you don't work hard, like you're exposed.
Yeah.
Immediately. And I think in other professions and other things, like you can get by without putting the work in. So like I just have such an appreciation for fighting in general that I'm so happy to be involved in it.
Super
like,
true, man. Yeah.
And I want to support these guys because I appreciate the work they put in. Like I really do. The discipline they have. Like I think it's good for, they're great mentors. Like just for, if everybody could be more like them, we'd have a great world. I swear.
Man, I can't say it any better than that, Danny Paul. I'm going to let Brad close that one out.
Yeah.
That was beautiful. Agreed on every front, dude. That's the way to do it. So another episode of Meat Bucks in the books. February 1st, we're back. Brawl in the Burgh 26, the grand opening of Sunny Days Arena. Snag your freaking tickets right now, 247fighting.com. And then vote for the awards while you're there.
Absolutely.
247 awards. We're going to be blasting these things all over social media very, very soon. So stay tuned for that. But go vote, come to the fights, and then go buy some meat at Strip District.
I can't wait to see who wins Gym of the Year. It's going to be crazy.
That is going to be a crazy one.
Whew.
I can't wait for all of them. And yeah, February 1st, as we said, just 3 weeks away. Be here before we know it.
Yep.
Let's have some fun.
And we'll be talking again.
Yeah. See you guys.